his plan, and it's always good to have a plan. I'm going to cut myself a length of this tubing off of this pole, and we're going to use that to hammer on the new bearing to the shaft that we got the old bearing off of last night. So I've just made some marks here, which I'm just about to do dot to dots, join up, and I'll cut this pole off and we'll put that on and see if that fits. Right, so I've made me length of pipe. Ah, perfect. Look at that. And then we can hammer down on top of that onto the bearing. And hopefully that'll go on. So right, pop all the bits back on for the minute. Trying to keep these in the order that they came off. And then what we'll do now is we'll go and set up a workbench outside. And so we've got somewhere to work and bash. And then, or should I do the bearing upstairs? Actually, I'll do the bearing upstairs and we workbench there. Let me go and get set up there. I'm planning on spraying this silver again, so it looks quite nice when we put it back together. But the first thing I want to do is just get the wire wall, carefully have a go around here just to get some of this rust off. Then we're going to grease this shaft up to put the new bearing on. So this is the current state of it. And then you flip over to this side, which I've just done over with the wire wall in readiness for spraying. So yeah, actually makes quite a difference before, after. So I'm just going to give that a good going down. I've been round here, I found one little rough spot, so I've filed that down, cleaned all the rust off of here, so that's all looking good now, ready for grease. So I'll just finish rubbing this top down and we get the new bearing on. Right, bearings are packed with grease, dropped on. So next thing we'll do is we'll give this a bit of a clean up. We don't want all crap falling into the nicely greased bearing. Right, drop that on. We get our pipe on. Right, here goes nothing. What's it going on? In answer to the question, it doesn't look like it is. Ah, now it's going on. Ain't much further off going in. Looks to me like it's pretty much on there. I think that is on. The only problem is the other bearing thing stuck on, so we'll have to put that in the vise and tap that off now. Oh, the joys. Right, hold on. Do you get that feeling of deja vu that you've been here before? Right, got it. Right, I've managed to get that off without getting all the grease and everything in the hole there. So, I suppose I should have sprayed this really before I put the bearing on. The race now is on the floor. Looks like everything else has fallen down. There it is. Clean that. Right, we've got to fit the race, then drop this in. So, I'm going to put the race on for the time being to hold the grease. Give that a bit of a wipe round. Get all off. Right, That's nice. Okay, let me get this back together. Then we'll see about masking this up and giving this a good spray. Right, so I've rattle canned it over with some primer. And that looks a lot different, doesn't it? So we'll leave that to dry. Then we'll give it another coat. And then we'll rattle can over it with some silver. Whether or not got the right coloured silver, I've no idea. What you see on the top of the can and what it sprays like are two different things. So let's let that dry. Right, it's had its 2 coats now. So we'll leave that to dry. Then we'll get the silver on it. So I've just dropped this cover off here, because what I'm doing at the moment is I'm running up and down here with the Dremel, just sanding it down because I'm going to give it a good paint up. But obviously the zoo creatures have been active in here, and yeah, doesn't look very good in here, does it? These are the ignition coils, I believe. So yeah. Anyway, I can get the Dremel all up and round here now, get all this all cleaned up, ready for paint, and I can start to get some paint on it now. So I'll let you watch a bit and you can see what I'm doing. Tin of black gloss, some brushes. I've been all round the frame and cleaned it up, ready for its coat. You can see it down here, so it should look a bit better when we've done it. I'll try not to go over these, try and leave the frame and the logo thing on the front as well, which I've cleaned up. Yeah, let's give it a go. Well, that looks a bit different, doesn't it? That's come up quite well. And I've done all along here and the front as well, and all down the side. So I'll leave that to dry. I've also sprayed the front now, and I've done that in silver, and that has come up quite nicely actually. That looks like new. So again, I can't touch that, I've literally just sprayed it. Once that's done, I'll give it another coat, and then I'll blip it over with some clear coat, some lacquer to protect it. Then we can put that in. So I've sprayed the top yoke now. That's getting ready to go back in. While that's drying, we'll leave that hanging. So the top yoke's all sprayed, and I've just given it a coat of lacquer. So that's looking pretty good now. Nice. That one's all done and dried, so they're all done. I'll show you them side by side in the next video, whatever it is, when they're all dry. I'll leave them to dry now. But yeah, onto the next video.